Sheriff's Office, very simple. We need to bring back the integrity, the trust, the professionalism back to the office. My plan is very simple. We've done it before. 17 and a half years, we had people come down from Washington, D.C. to take back to the United States of America, the capital, the programs that we're doing here. Programs such as neighborhood watch programs, community-oriented policing services. President Clinton signed a bill into law, the crime bill of 1994. It pertained to doing neighborhood watch programs, pertained to doing a lot of community policing. As a matter of fact, I think we had a little while ago here a member of one of those neighborhood watch programs that we had. They came to Zapata and asked us how we did it here so they could take back that model to the nation and make it across the country how we were doing things in Zapata. We were solving crimes, ladies and gentlemen, in Zapata County when I was a sheriff. We were sometimes solving burglaries before the victim even knew they had been burglarized. Deputies were doing their job so well that they'd go out there and they'd patrol. They knew who the burglars were. They knew what they were doing. So whenever they had to make those traffic stops, they made the traffic stops, recovered evidence. The owners would call us and say, hey, I was just burglarized. And we'd ask them, come by the office and take a look at what we have here. And sure enough, they would identify their stolen properties. Why? Because we had proactive community policing. Deputies were required, when they were patrolling, they were required. If they saw somebody outside their house, they were required to stop, introduce themselves. They were required to patrol with their alley lights on at night so people knew we were there. And the burglars knew we were coming after them. What am I going to do differently? Nothing. What I'm going to do different though is, well, besides nothing rather, what I'm going to do is restore that trust. Restore that trust that people are supposed to have in the sheriff's office. That they know that people in the sheriff's office are there to protect the victims and not to hurt them. Not to go out there and violate people's rights by beating them up. Not to go out there and do things by not being able to talk to the sheriff. Not being able to do things where you cannot get good advice from anybody. Ladies and gentlemen, real simple. You cannot have leaders that do not have the experience. You cannot have leaders that don't know what they're doing. Because what they're doing, unfortunately, is they're training these young police officers, these individuals that are just starting their careers, they're starting to train them the wrong way. And that's exactly what's happening. There are many, I'd say the vast majority, almost all of the deputy sheriffs right now with the sheriff's office are very good, honest, hard-working individuals. They just need leadership. They need leadership because the leaders that were there at the time, they're all gone, ladies and gentlemen. All the veteran officers are gone. They're all working for the school police department. They're working elsewhere. All the good officers, I'm not saying the ones that are there are not good, they are. But the good officers, the veterans that could teach them how to do things the way they're supposed to be done are no longer there. You have leaders right now that have a basic peace officer certificate. That's what you get when you come out of the academy. And those are the leaders trying to tell other people or deputies with a master's certificate how to do their job? Why don't you ask? Why don't we ask? These officers that have left the sheriff's office, let's ask them why they left. Let's ask them why they left. And they'll tell you, we had no leadership there. We were afraid to do something because we were afraid to end up getting arrested. Individuals that had a good working experience. The one who was back over here. She almost lost, she had to pull out all her retirement from the retirement system. Everything. She lost everything. All the years of experience that she had working for the sheriff's office, she lost everything. Almost lost her car, almost lost her house because she was wrongfully let go. All because of political reasons. In my years, in 17 and a half years as sheriff, I never ever forced an employee ever to vote for anybody, especially me. Because I felt that we do our job politically, we do our job by doing the right thing, and people will recognize and see those things, and they will continue keeping us in office as long as we keep doing what we're supposed to do. We have to be, we as elected officials, we have to be accessible to the people. We have to make sure that we're there that the people know that if someone does something wrong, they can come back and not work something out, but rather get some type of advice as turning themselves in and things like that. We have that. We have that. I want to bring back that to the sheriff's office, going back to your question. I want to bring back to the trust back to the sheriff's office. I want to be able to not be, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I see it, to not be the laughing stock, an agency that's a laughing stock of police agencies in South Texas. Many deputies tell me right now they're embarrassed sometimes to go to classes whenever they do get a chance to go, who knows when, that they get a chance to go to a class. They're sometimes embarrassed by saying they're from Zapata because of the situation where it is right now. What would I do? Nothing different than what we did for 17 and a half years. Restore the confidence in the sheriff's office, be accessible to victims, be accessible to families, be accessible to the kids, be accessible to the elderly, be accessible to veterans that have a need for law enforcement services. That's what I will restore back to the sheriff's office. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Alcalde.